And again, victory, but Gyökeres double, Kid Max's debut, and Eze Bow marred by Saka and Odegaard KOs. John, let's start with you. You obviously follow Arsenal all the time. We'll focus on their injuries in just a moment, but just on their performance itself. Last week, there was talk of, well, it was a lot of grit. They weren't the better team against Manchester United, but they grinded out that result. Did we see more of what we expect to see from Arsenal this season yesterday?
I think we definitely did in the second half. I thought first half, actually, I thought it was quite sluggish and a bit slow. And until Bukayo Saka scores that second goal, I think that's when it gave Arsenal lift-off. I do think that they were looking for a spark somewhere. You know, Gyökeres is kind of on many back pages, isn't he? And sort of the back page is almost torn over what's the story. Is it Down? Is it Eze before the game? You know, there's so much going on at Arsenal now. They've got now a couple of really significant injuries with, you know, Saka and Odegaard both going off hurt and then Down coming on. So there's loads going on with Arsenal. But I think the mood completely changed in that second half when they looked a lot more fluid, they looked a lot pacier, brighter, sharper, and the mood in the stadium, you could really feel it. You know, I'm just watching from at home, but basically absolutely fantastic performance, and it came through your TV set that it was really buzzing and alive, and that's what Arsenal were looking for. But in that first half, I thought they did look in need of a spark, and I think Nweri came on, played well. Downman's given the team such a lift in that second half, and I thought then by the end you felt, OK, now we're seeing what Arsenal are trying to be about this season with a bit more speed, a bit more pace. Gyökeres has found his kind of rhythm, scored a couple of goals by the end, so that's 2-2, by the way. and then basically that's what they're all about, basically. So I think the end product was really good, but it took them a little while to get there.
Little while to get there, but all the back pages are focusing on Gyökeres, Mark. He needs that, doesn't he? He needs to get on the score sheet early, because there was quite a bit of criticism on Gyökeres for his performance at Old Trafford last week.
Yeah, he was poor last week. I thought he looked a little bit limited at times. You know, didn't look fit. He looked like he's had a disruptive pre-season, which he has, hasn't he? So he looked like he was a bit off the pace, but obviously first home game, promoted team at home. If you're a centre forward, you know you need a goal to get your kind of confidence up and running. And he scored the goal. It was a good goal as well. I mean, he made it work for himself. He got it on the far side, cut inside. It was a bit of a scruffy finish in the end, but he got a goal that he made himself. So it wasn't just a penalty. So 2 goals in your home debut. It's a good start. I think we all kind of agree that he might not be the most. You know, it lacks a bit of finesse, but it will make a difference to Arsenal. But obviously next week, you know, they've got Liverpool next week. Kai Havertz probably out, so Gyökeres will have to prove it against the top team in the country. So, but for now, his confidence is up. 2 good goals, certainly 1 good goal and a penalty. So I think he'll be happy with that, and I think it gives him the confidence to avoid that situation whereby he hasn't scored a goal. He's done that now.
Yeah, and if you look at this Sunday Telegraph, Jonathan, Gunner's 5-star show, Gyökeres at the double as Arsenal go top. It's a very embryonic Premier League table, of course, but getting one over Spurs, I suppose, after they'd gone top earlier on in the day, can't hurt the Arsenal fans. But big reasons to be optimistic, would you say, for this season?
Oh, I think so. I mean, I was at the game, and as we've been saying, there were so many different things happening, so many different emotions, I think, for Arsenal fans. You know, started with the high of Eze being paraded on the pitch, and that lifted the crowd. He's got the kind of the X factor, I think, that Arsenal traditionally want to see in the stadium. So that got the mood sort of bouncing. There's a big sort of pre-match hype from the announcer. It's time to move to the next level. And then, as Crossy says, for half an hour the performance wasn't really next level. It was quite plodding. It was a bit of a struggle. There was a little bit of unrest in the stadium. Fans asking for the ball to go forward a bit quicker. Set piece changed things. Saka's goal just before half-time was a big point. But I think the real optimism then came from Gyökeres, as we've been saying, with that fantastic goal that he scored a lot of in Portugal, and that's why he's there. And then it just ramped up again when Max Daumann came on and just lit up the place with his... I mean, he's just such a natural at 15, just a natural sort of talent, and I think he put everyone's mood up. The Saka injuries will be a huge concern, and the Odegaard injury. But Arteta was so determined to keep the mood high in his press conference afterwards. And you get the sense of Arsenal, they know it's their year, it has to be their year, and it's about starting well and almost keeping building a momentum of optimism and trying to stay really positive.
I think it's really noticeable, isn't it, that basically last season, if last season happens and basically they have 2 injuries like that with Odegaard and Saka, that's it. Basically, the title challenge is over before the end of August. And let's be honest, both of those players missing significant period of time curtailed Arsenal pushing Liverpool hard in the title.
Arsenal's Premier League journey is already sparking debate, with the Sunday supplement panel delving into the Gunners' promising start to the season. Their performances so far have not only set a lively tone but also fueled discussions about how well Mikel Arteta's side is prepared to challenge for major honours this campaign. The panel highlighted the team's sharpness, improved balance, and the clear intent shown on the pitch, leaving fans and pundits alike wondering if this could be the year Arsenal truly assert their dominance. A key talking point was the influence of Arsenal's summer signings, who have quickly begun to make their mark. These additions are seen as crucial pieces of Arteta's evolving puzzle, potentially offering the depth, creativity, and resilience the squad previously lacked. With their early impact already noticeable, the panel debated just how far these reinforcements could propel the Gunners. Whether it's a solid top 4 finish or a serious push for the title seems to hinge on how they gel as the season unfolds.